the next question. We are given the heights of sample of seedings, and we have to answer the following question connecting the heights versus the seedlings. So a table is given. So let me draw the table. Now we are given the height in cm, and this is the data. So 3 to 7, 8 to 12, 13 to 70, 18 to 22, 23 to 27, 28 to 32, 33 to 37. Okay. Now this block is not given, but we have to complete this block. And what else is given is the frequency is given. So this is the frequency. This is given. Okay, now we will have to evaluate these things. So what is this? This is called as LCB, lower class boundary, and HCB is higher class boundary because it's a class interval. Okay. Now this is the midpoint of the class interval, midpoint for the class interval CI. So the class interval given here starts at 3 and it ends at 7. So my lower boundary will be 2.5, my higher boundary will be 7.5. In this case 0.5 less, so it's going to be 7.5, 0.5 more, 12.5. And 0.5 less, so 12.5, 0.5 more, 17.5, and 17.5 and 22.5. Okay, and 22.5 to 27.5, 27.5 to 32.5, and 32.5 to 37.5. So this is how you set up the table with the lower class bound and upper class bound. Next is midpoint. So you will have to add 2.5 with 7.5 and divide by 2. So I will be utilizing the calculator. So 2.5 plus 7.5 divided by 2, that is 5. So this is equal to 5. Now the next one is 7.5 plus 12.5 divided by 2. So this is 10. Okay. Now clearly, once you get the second value, you can fill the other value. So this is going to be 15. Is going to be 20, 25, 30 and 35. Okay, that completes the midpoint. So this you have to do, this you have to do, this also you need to do. Now frequency is given. It's given as 0 and 3, 12, 16, 22, 18 and 14. This is given. Now you will have to draw the graph. Now the graph is drawn with the height versus frequency. Okay, so you will have the height versus frequency graph. So this will be on the x-axis, this will be on the y-axis. So I mentioned to you that height of 5, so we start with 0, 0, right? So this would be 0, 0. So the height is 5 units height, number of seedlings with 5 units height. So probably you can start with 0, 0 there. And then height of 5 cm, how many seedlings are there? 0. So I'm going to write it like this, 5, 0. So height of 10, how many seedlings? 3. So that's the understanding, 10, 3. Heights of 15, how many seedlings? 12. So 15, 12. 20, 16. 25, 22. And 30, 18. And 35, 14. So this is the point, or I would say these are the points for you to graph. So these are the graphing point. Now you will have to draw the table. Okay, the table is imperative, and you will have to fill in the values like this. So from here they are asking us the number of seedlings. So they are asking us to find sigma f. So to find sigma f, you have to add all of these. So 0 plus 3 plus 12, it's actually 12, plus 16 plus 22 plus 18 plus 14. How much is that? 85. So first question, they are asking us the total number of seedlings, that is equal to 85. So that completes the first part of the question. Of course, this has already answered, or I would say this part, with this part you have answered many questions, in fact, in the subdivisions. Now you have to go and answer part B. Now part B is asking us the following. See, for class interval 8 to 12, you write the lower class limit and the upper class boundary. Now watch here, the lower class limit is 8, the upper class boundary is over here. I hope you're following. Okay, which is equal to 12.5. And next is the class width. What is the class width? I just told you 5. The differences are among the values, the difference is actually always 5 in this case. So 10 and 5, 5, 15 and 10, 5, 20 and 15, 5, 25 and 25, 30 and 25, 5. So that is the value that you should write there. Okay, the next is we need to represent 2 centimeter as 5 centimeter, and then 2 centimeter as 5 seedlings. And we have to draw the graph. Okay, so let me show you this graph here. So this is going to be our height, this is going to be the frequency. So 2 centimeter is going to be 5 centimeters. So I will have to start here 0, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and 35. Now frequency, 2 cm is 5 seedlings. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so go back to the table. 5 and 0. 5 centimeter, how many seedlings are there? None. So cross it. And 10 centimeter, how many seedlings are there? 3. So this would be over here. Okay, this should be over here. You don't have to be all that accurate. You just give an approximation. Okay, and then 15 seedlings, or I would say 15 centimeter, how many seedlings are there? 15 centimeter, you have 12. So 15 centimeter, the graph is rising here. So this is going to be over here. And then 20 centimeter, how many are there? 20 centimeters, 16. So 20 centimeter, you have 16. So this is 15 and this is 16. Okay. And then 25, 22. 25, 22 over here. Okay. And then what is the other thing? Then 30, 18. 30, 18. So it's going down. So once it reaches 30, 18 is over here. 18. Approximate value. 35, it is 14. 35, it is 14. So 14 is going to be over here. Okay. So now you have to make the connections. So connect it. It's not a straight line. Okay. So the graph has to be connected like this. So this is the value till 35, but we can actually go one step beyond. Since the interval is 33 to 37, I will have this interval 38 to 42. And clearly we can add the bound. The lower bound will be 37.5. The upper bound will be 42.5. And the midpoint clearly would be 40 here. This is easily obtainable. The frequency, we are given a polygon, right? We are asked to obtain the polygon. So the completion of the polygon would have to be at this point. So for 40, 0, we have to make the plot. So if I were to take the plot as 40 over here, 40 over here, so this would be the end. Okay, and that completes the solution for this question. We move on. This is